weekend preview, back past weekend preview, and this week it's just me and Kelp, and me, the HA5 fellows.
HA5 guys in the house.
Yes.
Very happy, very excited to be back. This is, perhaps one of the most fun show that we have done always. But today, I promise you guys, whoever is listening, or I don't think anyone is listening now, but whoever is listening, we are not
Watching,
going to speak
watching.
watching. Sorry, we are not going to speak too much about United. I think last week we got carried away and too emotional. Yeah.
We promised that.
All right, Ras. Man, before we start, big news we heard today. Mino Raiola,
Yes.
fact or fiction?
Fiction, yeah.
Is he dead?
Hmm. I don't know what is people think. Is he dead? Is he alive?
I don't know, man.
Ooh.
I actually saw I was coming back on the way and I saw the news that he passed on and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, is
Yeah.
this like therefore it's still so crazy, right? Mino Raiola, one of the richest agent in the world.
Yeah. Correct. True. It is unbelievable when the news. I heard the news. Actually, I didn't hear the news. I read it on Facebook. Someone tweeted that he passed on, and then I went and checked a few sources. He claimed that he passed on, but guess what? Just 10 minutes before the show,
He's not.
he's
Jang
not
jang jang. Oh
on
my
Twitter.
god.
Okay, wait. Let me just find the tweet. I shared it with you. Yeah, here it goes. He says current health status for the ones wondering. Pissed off. Second time in 4 months they kill me. Team also able to resuscitate. So there you got it. Mino Roila is not dead, people.
He will not go before he seals Erling Haaland
Paul
and
Pogba.
Paul Pogba's deal. I think he will not go before that.
Yeah,
I think those are his two highlights.
yeah. Okay,
So
moving on from
crazy.
Mino Roila. Kel,
Okay, that
something
guy.
good in Singapore.
Yeah, big news coming out from Singapore. Takayuki Nishigaya. So that is the guy everyone needs to get used to for the next. I think he signed like a 2 years or a 3 years contract for Singapore. So he is the new Singapore national team coach, former J League player. That's what we know. He played for Albrechts Niigata for a strange reason. And some other team, JEF United, but he managed. I think he was the under 18 coach of Matsumoto Yamaga, and he
Mm.
was the assistant coach for also Matsumoto Yamaga, and
Mm.
now he is the Singapore coach.
Okay,
Ras, your thoughts on
fun
this?
fact. This thing, Matsumoto Yamaga.
Matsumoto Yamaga, that is right.
Yes. You know which SPL club has a link with them?
Albrechts Niigata, really?
No,
No.
Geylang International.
I almost said Geylang International. Damn, really?
Yeah. So when we did our episode on No Ali, he spoke about going to Japan, right?
Right?
Yeah. So he was at this club,
Oh, it was at this guy Matsumoto Yamaga. So
Yamaga.
in
Yeah.
interesting, I think they are a non. It's like a Division Two club, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm. But he was
But
working with youth.
yeah, so under 18. So probably Noali knows this guy as well, Nishiyaga. Very interesting career. He is a midfielder slash defender. Other
Yeah.
than that, not a really high profile guy. So
Yeah.
very interesting hire from the national team.
You find it strange?
I found it. I actually thought because the front runner for the role was actually the Albrechts Niigata coach, the
Yeah.
Singapore Albrechts Niigata. I thought he made sense because
Yeah.
he has been here and Albrechts play good football in Singapore. He would have understood the S League. He would have understood the S League, SPL players. Sorry. So I thought it made perfect sense for him to be the coach. But then again, oh my God, FAS always never fails to surprise us. And voila, we got it. Takayuki Nishiyaga. The fun fact was, I read that they hired him based on what he could do or based on his assessment on the players and how he could actually get the best out of them.
Hmm.
I'm
Fair
confused.
enough. You think fair enough assessment? judgment call to make to hire as the national team manager?
I think if Lion City Sailors can make such a high profile coach signing, we are talking about a national team, man. Can you
Yeah,
imagine the Lion City players? They are, playing for one of the best managers at the club level, and then they go to Singapore national team and they see this guy. No offense to Takayuki. I mean, he could be the wild card. He could be the next best thing. Who knows? He could be the next Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp. You never know, right? But
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
such strange, very strange hire, I would say. Very
yeah,
strange.
yeah. Well, I can understand why the Singapore fans are upset because it's taken quite some time for them to hire a manager. And then, many names were linked to it, like as you mentioned, the Albirex Nigata coach was one of the names. I think there's a former Indian national team coach as
Yes,
well.
yes, that is right.
Yeah. So there were a few names that are linked to him, and then suddenly this guy came out of the blue, and his credentials don't really speak for himself. And they will be like thinking, if you want to hire this guy, why can't you just hire a local coach?
100%. Why
Yeah.
can't it? There's so many good local coaches. I think Nazri Nazir, when he came on as an interim manager, he did decently well in the Tri Nations, although it was friendlies. But I mean, he did this decently well. I mean, the formation set up and he got the best out of the players. But I don't know, man. It could be a master stroke by the FAS, or it could be, one of the strange hire of the season again.
A huge dud. So yeah, on the from the start itself, he's under pressure and a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and also, kudos to him. He must have nailed the interview process.
Mm.
I just hope he can speak English. Because that could be a point. But then again, football is a language on its own. If he can pull off a miraculous, spin on the national team, we will be sitting down here a couple of months down, and we'll be like, man, what a great hire. We were talking rubbish about this guy, right? But then again, I mean, those who are listening, share with us your thoughts. Let us know what do you think about the national coach, and we'll be happy to share that here.
Yeah, yeah. We're happy
Yep.
to read out your comments here on the show. And also, of course, like, share, and subscribe to us, and
Right.
rate us on Spotify if you are, on Spotify app. And so, from the Singapore national team manager, let's move on to everyone's favorite league here, the English Premier League.
We need like a pop out sound for this EPL.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, yeah. We'll, we'll look into that next week. So yes,
So yes,
first match that we're featuring Saturday 7:30 kickoff in Singapore. That's Singapore timing 7:30 p.m. kickoff at St James's Park. Newcastle United versus Liverpool. Thoughts? Newcastle, Liverpool, whitewash. You think Liverpool's gonna win it?
yeah, man, there is no doubt Liverpool is going to win. The way they are playing, I was just talking to my colleague today, and we were watching the highlights of Villarreal versus Liverpool. And I told him, I say, hey, man, the rate that they are going, right, they're going to sweep everyone. Um, so I don't expect anything less than a Liverpool win. Anything other than a Liverpool win will be a shock of the season. But that would be a very nice shock for me. But anything other than that, mate, Newcastle no chance.
Okay, but Newcastle's in good form. Newcastle's in good form. They're playing at home, and when they are playing at home with the crowd that they have, they always got passionate support at St James's Park. So I would say that when things go well for them in that game, maybe if they just grab a goal or something, or they have a phase where they're doing well, they might. You never know. Football is around. They could nick a result, get a draw, maybe. You never
Crazy.
know. I don't think
Last week.
they'll. I think it's a bit far, not really far fetched, but a bit stretching it if you think Newcastle can beat Liverpool. But
I'll be very surprised. I will be very, very surprised. But then
pleasantly
again,
surprised. But yes,
pleasantly surprised.
but yes,
But last week we
Arsenal.
were talking about Matt Target, right? I mentioned that he could be the
Yeah,
wild card left back Matt Target. But what a signing this guy is, Bruno Guimaraes.
yeah.
Oh my God, this guy is, started off slow. Play, people were mocking them, signed the player for big money, put him on the bench.
Mm.
But now this guy looks like a proper player, man. Like this guy knows what he's doing. Did you see
And
what he did?
also for Newcastle, right? We've all talking about like maybe in 5 years' time they'll be up there challenging for the title. This
Five
could
years, yeah.
this could be the game where they put themselves on the market.
This could be the game that
Yeah.
actually set their season in a right way. I feel because everybody is speaking about Eddie Howe and what a good job he's doing. I even read an article today that Eddie Howe is running close to Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp for Premier League Manager of the Year, not Manager
Wow.
of the Month, but Manager of the Year. So how
Yeah.
he actually took over when
Amazing.
they were in a relegation battle, and then how they're actually climbing up. So what a great
Yeah.
job he's doing.
They're very safe from relegation right now. They're mid-table. So they
Yeah.
don't have to worry about looking over their shoulders anymore. They're just looking ahead, one game at a time, enjoying the football. That's also another thing, they're enjoying their football. Everyone's happy. The crowd's happy. Crowd will surely get behind them. Liverpool, have played a lot of games, but this Liverpool and Manchester City team, they're like robots, man. They're like machines. You rarely hear of them getting tired, players getting
Yeah.
injured. They're just churning out results one after another. They
You,
can
you,
rotate players and not affect the performances as well.
100%, 100%. Good point that you point out there, Ras. They can rotate their players and nothing will change.
Yeah,
It's like magic, It's like they can against Everton, Divock Origi. This guy barely played, and he came in and he's like a star player. I was so confused. I was like, man, this guy, what is he doing? Like he sits on the bench for most of the time, comes up and pops up with the result. I'm like, my God, but what a team Liverpool is this season. I have to give them credit, Russ. I think as United supporters, it's tough, but hey, football is like love by itself, and then if the team is good, gotta give them some credit.
well, we'll see. The season is not over yet.
Well, I did predict something, man. I did predict that
Yeah.
Liverpool will lose everything on the last day. They'll lose the title on the last day. They'll lose the Champions League final, and they'll lose the FA Cup final. That's my prediction.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So moving on from the top of the table to the bottom of the table,
Yes.
who we got? Watford against Burnley. I think is
Burnley.
Watford's down. Watford's
Watford
still
is
going
definitely
down.
down. Norwich
Yeah.
is down. Watford is down. The
Yeah.
thing about it is Burnley and Everton
Everton. Yeah.
so close right now. Iron Man Ras, who do you think? Who's your pick?
I would like to see Everton stay up because of their history and our friends that support Everton.
All our friends, a big shout out,
Yeah,
especially to
big
my
shout out
dear
to the
my
Evertonians.
brother-in-law, Jinder, who is the best Evertonian of the year. I pray that Everton don't go down, so that yeah, I can see you smiling.
Yeah,
But then again, Burnley, these guys are dog fighters. These guys,
yeah, yeah. They never say
they
die.
are in for a fight. Everton, not so used to this situation, always very comfortable throughout the season and end of the season. They're normally not playing for much, so they're always very relaxed. But this time around, pressure is on. Not too sure if they have the players for it, Russ.
Yeah, that's the point. I've in my time watching football, I've seen situations where Everton was, fighting against relegation, but they've always pulled through it. But like as you said, I think they have a lot of players that are like pretty players, players that play ball well, they want to play fancy and good footballers, technical footballers. But in these kind of situations, you need men, you need, strong, resilient performances. And I feel they are against it, but I would like them to stay up.
Yeah, wildcat. Really, really hope they stay up.
Yeah.
But
So we got a comment
oh,
here from Victor Sim. He is predicting Burnley to stay
stay
up.
up.
Yeah,
Oh,
England stopper is the main player in their defense. Everton, if they don't get their act together, might be the one to go down, which is true.
which is true. Which
Yeah,
is
I agree,
true.
I agree. Because Burnley have those players that are resilient, as you said, are really in there for the
For
fight. They're gonna dig out results. They will scrap through great games and win games and 1-0 and or grab some draw or something, get some point somewhere.
yeah.
So they have that kind of players. Everton, I don't think so, but this is where Everton got to rise up to the occasion. Lah.
I still feel Frank Lampard needs to put his boots on and teach and school the Everton midfielders a bit and say, hey man, this is how you should do it. and
They need Duncan Ferguson on the
they
pitch.
need Duncan Ferguson and Lampard on the pitch, and I think everything will work out just fine. Also, a very interesting news I read. I'm not sure if it's a rumor or something like that,
Mm.
but Burnley has put Wayne Rooney as their number one managerial target.
Ooh, interesting.
Wayne Rooney,
Uh,
which is very, very interesting. So if they stay up, we might see Wayne Rooney as the manager of Burnley and also a Premier League manager. So that could be a possibility.
mm.
Um,
But I think even if they don't stay up, he could possibly be appointed, even in division, the
could be,
championship.
could
Yeah,
be, could be. But like I said, anything can happen. For me, my pick is Everton. But then again, this is going to go down to the wire. As
yeah,
I
yeah.
think Burnley and Everton. Who's Everton playing?
That's a good question. Let's check.
Everton. They are playing. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, they are playing Leicester. No, they are playing. Wait, they are not playing it. They are playing Chelsea on the 1st of May.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, tough
Chelsea.
game.
Man, Chelsea is
Tough
playing
game.
tonight and they are playing
Yeah,
against Everton. So,
tough game.
Everton, yeah, but they could face a very depleted Chelsea or very tired Chelsea because they are playing
Yeah,
tonight and then they are also playing on Sunday away at Everton home. So, if the Everton supporters can get behind their team, Everton has a good chance.
mm. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Agree. And also, I made a prediction in last game that Everton will show more fight than United against Liverpool.
And they
True
did.
enough, right?
They did. They
They
did.
did, right?
Yeah, they actually did. But then again, Liverpool
But then
just
again,
turned out.
Liverpool, right? They've somehow find a goal. Everton, hard luck also, denied a
Yeah.
penalty, clear one.
And it's so strange. Everton has been getting all these decision against them this season for a strange reason. Oh, actually, sounds rhyming. Yeah. Yeah, but they've been getting everything against them. It's like something is just up, and it's just not on their side. When things are working out for you in the league, when you're winning and stuff like that, everything seems to be going on fine. But when you're losing and stuff, and you expect these decisions to go for you, it just strangely doesn't. So Everton is going
Yeah,
through the rut right now.
yeah. Okay, so Victor has got another comment here. How about Moyes back to Everton? If he wins the Europa League, his stock will go up. If Ten Hag haven't been appointed, then Man United take him back to
No,
no,
man,
no,
no,
and
no.
no. I don't think so.
I don't think he'll ever. I think he's going to stay in West Ham. I think he has built his team.
Yeah,
The West Ham team we are seeing is actually what David Moyes has actually envisioned in his mind.
yeah.
So I really don't think. But hey, you never know. Could be a surprise. But
Everton maybe, but nowhere United.
nowhere United, not United.
Yeah, not
But
United.
I really hope, and I've really high expectations for West Ham to win the Europa League. I think
Mm.
they are the favorites, alongside Red Bull Leipzig, RB Leipzig.
Yeah.
But then,
Frankfurt also, because they knocked out Barcelona, I think they shouldn't be discounted.
yeah, that could be a interesting one. So let's see what happens in the first leg tonight, I think,
Yeah,
and
tonight.
then
Yeah.
we have a better view. But my pick is West Ham. I hope they just don't choke or and then mess up.
Choke and die.
No, man, I actually like the way they play. But David Moyes, I was curious why, or surprised why that football he's playing for Everton was not reflected when he was at United. But then again, that's life.
Yeah. All right. So you got a question. Oh, sorry, not you got a question. You got a quiz to play, right? Is it now?
Yes, I actually have. Okay, before we do, let's predict who will get relegated this season. Russ, just three teams confirm will get
Yeah.
relegated.
I mean, Norwich and Watford are no brainers.
Okay.
I would say Burnley.
Burnley. So my call is the same thing. I'm like Norwich, Watford, and Burnley. Um, okay. So do you want to post? Okay. So we're
Yeah.
gonna. Yeah.
Victor's again on fire.
Victor's on fire.
He's talking about Europa League now. The biggest obstacle in Barcelona has been removed, but it's still not easy as Frankfurt and Leipzig are around, as well as surprise package Rangers. Yeah, Rangers doing quite well also on the back of Steven Gerrard's work there. Now Giovanni Van Bronckhorst is there, and I think they've done very well to get to the semi-finals. A
Yeah.
very good team as well they got. So it's very open in the Europa League, quite exciting.
Quite exciting. Quite
Anyone can
exciting.
win. Yeah,
Okay, just to
Full
divert a
time.
bit. Okay, just to divert. Okay, two teams, Europa League final, Ras.
Oh, I would say West Ham and Leipzig.
Same.
Actually West Ham and Rangers will be very interesting.
There will be a good fight.
England versus Scotland in the
Yeah, yeah. But
final.
I'm going for West Ham and Leipzig as well. Champions League, the two teams.
Real Madrid versus Villarreal.
Ooh, I gotta beg to differ. I'm like City Liverpool. I think it's gonna go down to the wire. City Liverpool, as Pep
Okay.
and Klopp again, the two best teams in the world. Okay, moving on from that. Since we're in the relegation topic, Russ, I know Joel has been trying his best to crack your head with regards to football and your football knowledge and your encyclopedia of information in your mind. I'm gonna put you to task right now.
Okay.
I'm going to play a few games with you with regards to relegation.
Mm,
And these teams, actually did the Great Escape. So what I'm
okay.
going to tell you is I'm going to give you the team name
Mm,
and the year they did the Great Escape, and
mm,
you have to tell me the manager name.
okay.
Okay?
I'll
So we
try.
go. If you're not sure, I will start giving you hints. But I hope you get it. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
2004, 2005 season. Oh, long time
Yeah.
ago, yeah. West Bromwich Albion.
Brian Robson.
Oh, Russ, man. They even like flinch, man. Okay, this one quite famous. West Ham United 2006, 2007. Carlos Tevez scored against us.
Yeah.
Remember? Who was
Yeah.
the manager?
Uh, was it Alan Kirbishley or
Wait, you gotta pick one.
okay? I'll go with Alan Kirbishley.
Alan Kirbishley is absolutely on point. That is right. So the Carlos Tevez, I remember him scoring at the last day
Yeah.
of the season. So
Didn't
crazy.
matter to us. We won the league.
Yeah, Fulham 2007, 2008.
2007, 2008. Fulham.
There was a
Roy
manager.
Hodgson.
Roy Hodgson is absolutely right. Okay, this one is quite funny. Sunderland 2013 and 2014. This was the season Connor Wickham had a last. I think he scored 6 goals in the last few games of the season.
Gus
Who was
Poyet.
the Gas Poyet is right. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, this one, Leicester City, before they actually won the title the next season, but they escaped relegation. Who was the manager? 2014, 2015.
Nigel Pearson.
Nigel Pearson is absolutely right. Okay, let's kind of like change the game a bit.
Okay.
Okay, can you name me the five most relegated clubs of the Premier League era? So
Whoa.
five most relegated clubs of the Premier League era.
Mm, Norwich, I think, would be one. Is Norwich
Norwich is right. Yeah.
West West Brom,
West
Sunderland?
West Brom, Sunderland. Oh my God, you got two more.
Pressure is on.
Pressure is on.
I won't say West Ham. Fulham?
Now,
Not Fulham.
one is one team play at this. I think is their stadium is like a Riverside Stadium or something like that.
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough, and one more is a London team. I won't tell you which London team, but it's a London team. London team.
It's not Fulham, so it's gotta be what? Queens Park Rangers, Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace is
Yeah.
absolutely right. So Norwich is actually the worst. They got relegated like 5 times in the Premier League
Wow.
era.
Do you
Uh,
know? And the first ever season of the Premier League,
uh,
Norwich were challenging for the league title.
are you serious?
Yes, they were challenging with Manchester United and Aston Villa in that season.
Look at how the world has changed. I hope 10 years down the road, United don't be like relegating and like we'll be talking about, oh my God, look at our
And
team getting
once
relegated.
upon a time, United was relegated in 1970s.
Oh my God, I don't want to know that story. Okay, can you name me this manager, Russ? He got West Ham relegated. He got Southampton relegated. He got Portsmouth bankrupt. And he got QPR relegated. Who is this manager?
Harry Redknapp.
Harry Redknapp is right. This guy is...
He's a good manager, I heard.
He's a
But
good manager, but like West Ham relegated, Southampton relegated, Portsmouth got bankrupt
he's
because
not
of
he's
him.
not the manager to go to if you want to stay out of relegation zone.
Yeah, so and then yeah, so that actually concludes my quiz. And man,
quiz.
Ras, well done to you, man. You have like,
Thank you.
man, you are really a football guy, bro.
All right. So from England, we go to Italy now. An exciting title race.
I almost wore my Napoli jersey. I bought that Maradona Napoli jersey.
Uh huh.
I
Oh yeah.
almost wore it. Then I realized that I'm speaking to you, so I was like,
Never mind. It's okay. You should. It's a nice one, but yeah. So yes, early this morning, the title race took another turn, another twist against my team, in
Bologna.
favor of AC Milan. Now, a surprise defeat for Inter against Bologna in the game in hand. So that means Inter is remains 2 points behind AC Milan. Is essentially 3 points behind because AC Milan got a better head-to-head record than Inter.
But AC Milan is actually playing Fiorentina next,
Yeah.
so
So
Fiorentina
now,
could be
yes, actually, AC Milan on paper have the tougher running
Mhm.
because all four teams they got to play are tricky teams, and
Atalanta as well.
yeah,
Atalanta, Sassuolo.
Sassuolo and last day, yes. So Inter fans will be fans of every one of these clubs, starting with Fiorentina this weekend. Fiorentina is just suddenly, they've been doing well this season. They knocked Napoli out of the title race, beating them impressively. But then suddenly they've lost their way. Yesterday they got hammered 4-0 by Udinese at home. As an unbelievable
Uh,
result. It's a good team. Fiorentina plays well, good football.
Good football, yeah. I like the way
Yeah,
they play.
but you know, they lost to Juventus as well in the Coppa Italia. Then they lost to Salernitana, which is the bottom place cup, and making a late dash to survival. And then they got hammered by Udinese, who got nothing to play for. So we're not sure which Fiorentina will turn up. AC Milan will be under pressure. So for the first time, this in this title race, they will be playing before Inter, so they got to set the mark. So they'll be under pressure. Can they live up to the pressure? They got a young squad. Not many players have the knowledge. Even the manager doesn't have the experience and the knowledge of winning a league title. So it'll be interesting to see how Milan copes with the pressure. But I would just say if Milan wins all four games, and then kudos to them. Well done on winning the Serie A. But until then, I think it's still all to play for.
You're absolutely right. I think Milan, I think is their title to lose now.
Yeah, yeah,
Although they have a tougher, games to look for, but they are playing pretty well. I think they have a good. I think not only they have a young team that is playing, but they have a team that is playing for each other. It's a well
yeah,
drilled team. The coach is pretty good, and I think they finally got the balance that they have craved for for a few seasons now, and now they have finally got the balance. But you're absolutely right; it's their first time. They got a couple of players who haven't been in this situation before.
yeah. Last
So
season was the first time actually, but
yes, yes,
they faltered away, and then Inter
yes.
won the league.
But then again, Inter
That's
has the
because
same players,
you're
so
coming up against a manager that's used to winning league titles in Antonio Conte.
right, right.
Yes. So now it's like
Um,
even playing field because Simone Inzaghi also has not really won a league title outside as a he won it as a player, but not as a manager.
Very tricky though. Milan playing Atalanta, very very tricky.
Yeah.
Although they are eight this season, didn't have a. I don't think they have a great season, Atalanta. But if this team turns up, they can play football,
Yeah.
and they can hurt you. So
Every
very
one of the
very
teams Milan play, if they
yeah.
turn up, they can play
It,
football and they
they
can
can
hurt
play
you. Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting
They're
how to
all footballing teams.
yeah to see how
Milan's
Milan
problem
copes.
actually is also scoring goals because even the last game against Lazio, they needed like a late goal to win the game. Otherwise, it was going for a draw, and then they would have slipped up. But
But things are working out for them.
yeah,
Title winning teams. We speak about Liverpool as well. Sometimes they have like off games and they just pop up.
yeah,
Mane goal yesterday against Villarreal, so marginal and it just worked out. So
yeah,
all these nitty gritty things.
yeah. Correct.
And
They
if
break
you,
for you. The luck breaks for you. Yeah,
yeah, it just happens for you. I think it's the vibration or how the universe works. But then again, I think it's a good season. I think Italian Serie A it's a good league to watch. This
yeah.
this
It's
season.
really exciting after a long time. Got a actual good title race to watch that is going to go down the wire. I believe. So, anyways, Victor showing me some support here. So, despite the Bologna loss, I'm still backing Inter to retain the title. Their squad is better, with the likes of my favorite player Perisic in there, Lautaro, Dzeko, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and Joaquin Correa, etc. Believe there's still a slip up in AC Milan.
The Hakan player must have been cursing his luck. He's like, hey man, I used to play for Milan. They used to be like not so great. I went to Inter to like do something, and now they're leading. So,
Yeah,
for his sake, I hope Inter retains the title.
I mean what he says is true in terms of squad. Probably Inter is better, and but if Inter keep shooting themselves in the foot, then difficult lah. You don't get too many chances in all this title race. You got to take your chances.
Do you think in the long run, what are your thoughts on Simone Inzaghi being the coach for Inter Milan? Do you think long run, he is the guy for Inter Milan?
Based on the budget Inter has and all that, I think he's a good coach, good appointment, done well. But the of course, what happens between now and the end of season matters a lot. Because sometimes you could have a good season, but then if now to the end of season you collapse, they are in the final of the Coppa Italia, so which is be played in between this run in to the league title, and they're
I
playing
think they're playing
Juventus.
Juve. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's not an easy game though.
yeah.
That one is a big rivalry. So big game there. He's shown a knack of winning cups. So he's won the Super Copa against Juventus. He won some cups also with Lazio. So he can win cups. We know that. But winning the league is something else. And if Inter don't win the league this season, also it in a way is also would be attributed to him that Inter let slip a good lead, and at certain junctures of the season they just had some brain
Would you
fart
say,
moments. They
yeah,
choked.
Ras, would
What
you say it's a successful season if, let's say, they get second in the Serie A, but they actually won two trophies this season in the cup competition, but they get second? Do you consider that as a successful season, or what are your thoughts?
I think it'll be classified as an okay season, because people
Semi.
people would say, yeah, okay, Inter lost Lukaku, they lost Hakimi, they lost Conte, but still we went challenging for a league title all the way to the final day of the season. But considering the way the team played and the position they were in to lose the league title now, is just their own doing. So that will not be seen as okay, well done, a good second place finish. That this will be seen as
A
Inter
slip.
slipping up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Looks like it. Looks like it. Very close. Napoli is, not too far away. Napoli, I've been following them for a while now. I like the way they play. 7 points
Napoli
away.
is known as one of those teams that chokes
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it comes to the
Seven
crunch
point.
time.
7 points away. Could they spring a surprise? Let's see who they are playing. They are playing Sassuolo. Oh, they got an easy running. Torino, Genoa, and Spezia.
Talking about Napoli, this is an interesting something interesting I want to bring out to the viewers. They have been put in a retreat. So in Italian
Oh,
football, what happens is because they lost to Empoli over the weekend, and that was a crazy one because they were leading 2-0, 10
yeah.
minutes to go, and they lost 3-2. So the whole team has gone into retreat. So what happens in a retreat is you go in there, you cannot go out, cannot meet your family, you cannot meet your friends.
It's
The
kind of a
whole
football resort.
Yeah, a resort. They are put up in a resort or a hotel, something like that. All you do is you train, you eat together, you have team meetings, you sleep. The whole process repeats until the your next match. And if the next match is still not good, this process continues
Oh my god, until they win.
until they win. Sometimes they just, even if you don't win, okay, 1 week is that's it. Out you go from the retreat.
Oh my god. Oh
Yeah,
my god. So I really hope this team, man, the football is so crazy. In other leagues, I think Bayern has actually won the league.
yeah. Bayern's wrapped up the
Um,
league in Bundesliga. In Bundesliga,
PSG,
yeah.
PSG
PSG,
won the
good one.
league. I seriously think Real Madrid is going to take the La Liga.
Yeah, they're
No
gonna
doubt
go to
about
La
it.
Liga next, actually.
Yeah.
So La Liga, of course, like what you mentioned, I think Real Madrid is going to take it as well. 1 point left to win. The 35th league title, by the way, if they win this one.
Man, this team,
If it's not
I'm
this week,
very
next week they will win it. I think Real Madrid, no doubts about it, they'll win it. I think what they're gonna do is also will have more than one eye on the second leg of the Champions League
yeah,
semi-final
yeah,
against Man City because they feel. I think they would feel they are in with a shout. Four
yeah.
three, no away goals. I mean, if they were, they would be in good position, but no away goals. So I think Real Madrid would be having more than one eye on that game, so they might rest some players. And if they
Yeah.
don't win against Espanyol, it's okay. Next week they'll come back. They'll wrap up the title.
Right, right. Very interesting to see Sevilla when they were running Real Madrid so close,
Yeah,
and then they signed Anthony Martial, and then they couldn't do anything after that.
two wins in four matches for Sevilla, and
Yes.
includes defeats over Barcelona and Real Madrid in that period.
Yeah.
The Real
So
Madrid defeat also, do you know they were like leading 2-0? Sevilla were leading 2-0 and then lost
yeah.
3-2.
Yeah, so very, very interesting to see Sevilla slip up. Barcelona is second,
Yeah.
although they had a
You
shit
know,
season.
what do you think of Barcelona right now and the Xavi? You know
I,
their
I,
results recently?
yeah, I mean, they lost recently, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, they've lost 3 games out of 4.
Yeah, so they are in a bad spell.
Do you think his honeymoon period is over? It's a bit like, Solskjaer at United.
I think he needs his players. I don't think he has his players. I
Hmm.
don't think he has the players. Don't forget, like people speak about Pep Guardiola when he was at Barcelona, but you look at the team that Pep had when he was at Barcelona. He had technicians like Xavi and Iniesta were the two most influential midfielders, in their
Yeah.
generation, and he had Lionel Messi in the form of his life.
Hmm.
So everything was working out. I think PK was defending pretty well.
Yeah.
Now PK isn't the player he used to be.
Yeah. He bought
Although
PK from United.
yeah,
And
so
he, and he bought through like Busquets.
Busquets, Danny Alves and Jordi Alba for Pep Guardiola was insane wingers, insane
Wingbacks.
wingbacks. The cutback, and then they're still doing it in Man City. I don't know why nobody figured that out. They like to go to the byline, they cut it back, and it's a tap in. So silly. Nobody knows how to deal with it. But now, if you look at the Basa squad, they are playing youngsters, mate. Gavi, who is a decent player.
Very good player. Yeah.
Pedri,
Pedri.
also a decent
Pedri was
player, but very
fantastic.
young, man, very
Yeah.
young to put pressure on these players. These are like teenagers,
But it doesn't
and
look when you watch them play, these young guys they don't look like teenagers. They play very well. They're like matured adults.
yeah. So I figure if maybe it takes a season and more, one or two more of like Xavi signings, to see how it works out. And I think he needs a full preseason, and I think he needs one more season to see whether he's up to the task.
Mm.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, but,
Um,
but I would say if Barcelona don't stop the slump, down they go. They might go out of the Champions League positions.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so they,
so
they better start winning.
Barcelona. Yeah. So it was a really strange season they had this season.
Atletico Madrid also have not defended their league title well. They also a bit shaky.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and then Real Batis won the
Real
Copa del
Betis.
Rey.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
so glad for them that they won the Copa del Rey for this guy
Correct.
called Joaquin. You remember him?
Joaquin, yeah,
Yeah.
Joaquin. Man,
Yeah.
that guy
He's
is
still
like a
playing at the
legend.
age of 40.
It's crazy, man. This guy, I used to sign him when I used to play Championship Manager, and he was my right midfielder. I
Yeah.
always signed Joaquin as my right midfielder. He and the left would be who? Vincente or something like that, the
Ah,
Valencia guy.
Vicente, yes.
Vincente and
Yes,
Joaquin.
yes.
So I always get these two jokers. But then again, I feel the top four. I think Real Madrid is going to take it. I think the top four looks like what is it right now. It's going to be Barca, Sevilla, and Atletico. I feel Sevilla might nick Barca, or Atletico might nick Barca to second place. I don't really think Barca is going to get second place.
Hmm. Okay.
That's what
So
I
let's
feel.
see what Victor is going to say. The rest that are fighting for second to fourth are actually interesting in La Liga. Yes, that's true. It's quite close. Even until probably fifth, sixth, fifth also stands an outside chance of getting in. That's Betis, I think.
True,
And
true.
yeah,
If Madrid wins the
yeah,
title,
in the
yeah. So
Champions
pretty
League
interesting.
and the
I
Champions
can't
League.
believe I
Yeah,
can't believe previously in football terms we used to always speak about a title, who's going to win, and now we actually speak about who's going to actually qualify for Champions League.
Champions League. Yeah,
We have that in the Premier League. We also have that in the La Liga. It just shows you how lucrative it is to be in the Champions League nowadays.
yeah. There's another thing I got to say, but before I finish the comment on Victor, before the loss to Liverpool, the further Villarreal went in the Champions League, the rest of teams, especially the one that finished fourth in La Liga, may not qualify for Champions League next
Oh,
season if the what was that? If the Yellow Submarines win this season competition. This is being overlooked actually, but yeah, okay. So if Villarreal goes all the way and wins the Champions League, the team that finished fourth may not qualify for the Champions League.
oh, really? Is that the case? I thought like
Because I know, I think Victor, I think you got it a bit wrong. I think if they win the Champions League, that means the
five teams will go in from La
five
Liga.
teams, yeah. So that means the top four will qualify plus them,
Yeah, yeah. That's
and
why I think
yeah, then I
that's what
think
happened
they,
to
they
Chelsea.
might they might lose one spot for maybe Europa League or
Hmm.
Conference League. They might lose one spot.
Conference League. Did you
Hey,
see?
Conference League is a thing, Manchester United will be playing in it. And one more from Victor. Barcelona recent loss just proves their attack are not going to bail them out every game. Okay. So Victor, do you think it's their defense that's the problem at Barcelona? Let us know.
And I heard that the Raul Arujo guy is the next Virgil van Dijk or the next best. You know how much is his release clause, Ras?
1 billion, right?
$1 billion. Which nutcase will sign a player for $1 billion? The person who actually inserted this clause, right, must be laughing when he actually like, you know what? Just to piss everybody off, let's put another zero. Then he just like click the another zero and like just like take a Mickey out of everybody, right?
Yeah.
Could be 100 million or whatsoever, but he just like, hey, you know what? Just add like another zero, right? But what a like 1 billion uh, euros to get him
Crazy,
out.
man. That's crazy amount of money.
Some crazy money, man. Some crazy money in football these days.
And
You know,
you were talking earlier that now we are just we are discussing. Previously, you're discussing who's going to win the league title. Now you're discussing who's going to qualify for Champions League. There's another reason for it, and that reason I feel is because the league title race in the different leagues over the years, or rather probably over the last 10 years or so, the last decade or so, has become a bit monotonous. You know who's going to win the league,
mm,
you kind of know who's going to win the league in each league that is. So it's no fun really discussing okay who's going to win the league because you know who's going to win. There's not really another challenger that's going to be strong enough to challenge. So it's always the usual team, the usual party. So I guess that's probably why people have moved their attention towards who's going to win the league to the next best is who's going to qualify the Champions League.
just speaking about that, I actually thought of a really fun game we should play. Maybe we should play as a Facebook game or something like that with all our viewers. We should all next season. We should all predict which team in the respective leagues will finish last.
Oh, okay.
So the last team cannot be the top, the bottom half, no whatsoever, nothing. So instead of picking the champions, we want you to pick the last team in the respective league. So you look at the league, look at the teams, and then predict which team will turn out last
Yeah.
at the end of
Put
the
a
season. I
wager on
think,
that. Yeah.
yeah, and then we instead of always because you mentioned the top teams are always the ones very predictable to see who wins, especially in the Bundesliga and the Liga, and probably the
Liga, at
Premier.
least some once in a while you have a Monaco or
Yeah,
Lille will win the league.
yeah. But then again, like let's do that. Like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
next
good
season, we
idea.
should we
Yeah,
should we should play a game of who will actually turn out last in their respective leagues.
mm.
That will be quite fun.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good game to play.
Yeah. So going on to from La Liga. So where are we going next? in our
Coming
aeroplane.
closer back to Singapore, going to Malaysia, landing in Sabah first because over the weekend a big win for Sabah, 4-0 over Kedah. So I mean, last week I was telling you Kedah's
Yeah.
second behind JDT, level on points. Sabah is third. But this win means Sabah, Kedah, and JDT are now all three level on points. It's just that JDT has played a couple of games lesser. But 4-0, wow, big statement win for by Sabah in their home ground, Lika Stadium. And I think the high headline was that the player who scored the goals, a hat trick by this guy called Amri Yaya, used to play
Mm.
for JDT and Selangor at the age of 41.
Ooh, 41.
Yes.
And who says Ronaldo can't play till his 40s?
Yeah. So there
Oh
you got
my
it.
God.
41-year-old Amri Yaya scoring a hat trick for Sabah to beat Kedah.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow,
that,
wow,
that was a
wow,
big
wow.
statement win. And Negeri Sembilan, we got an impressive win also. We beat Malaysia Cup holders KL 2-1. So that was good. My cousin was there
Pretty,
in the stands. I caught him on YouTube.
oh, nice, nice, nice. But JDT, do you think they, because of their ACL commitments, by going out there, and they're doing decently well, I would say, in the
Yeah,
ACL, decently well. Although they got smashed by Kawasaki Frontals or
yeah.
Frontalis. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think it's
Uh,
from Sales.
Frontals, yeah. So, but I think they're doing pretty well. But then, to come back from that and then start playing in the Malaysian league again, do you think there is like a slight distraction for them?
I don't think so. Like they like got two teams or three teams that you can put out and just have no problems with. I think the first few games back in the Malaysian league they might struggle a bit. They might not win so comfortably. They might drop a point here or drop a point there. They might not lose, but maybe a draw here there. Some patchy performances. Maybe that could be possible, but I don't see them having too much of a problem.
Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
So,
And
so
then we got to speak about the team, the Manchester United of Malaysia, Selangor, in deep
Selangor.
trouble. They got another defeat again in a depressing situation. A lot of Selangor fans I know I've read, are so depressed that team is doing so badly. Sounds similar to how United fans are. And as I said, if you are a United and Selangor fan, oh my god, probably gonna not watch football anymore. Imagine that you Selangor and a Manchester United fan at the same time.
Ah,
At
you
one
gave up
point
on
in time, you were
football.
like, "Wow,
Like,
so
forget
happy."
it, bro.
You
Uh,
probably change sport or something.
Oh man, yeah, man, absolutely right. Football is such a lovely game that it does get to you after a while. But if
Yeah,
both your teams, you are pretty lucky, Ras, that actually one of your teams are actually playing decently well, or win or lose the league whatsoever. But you
yeah,
know that when you watch them, they are playing actually decently well. So it's actually like a balance.
yeah. That's
But then
true.
again, like you
That's
said,
lucky.
Selangor
That's different. Yeah,
and United. These guys are probably big shout out to you guys, whoever who views this. I send my heartfelt respects to you for still keeping it sane, and
they're playing.
so,
By the way, they're playing Pahang tomorrow. So I mean, those watching familiar from Singapore's time in the Malaysia Cup, Pahang's also a big team. Pahang's got a slow start, so Selangor against Pahang, a must-win game for both teams, both in the bottom half of the table. They need to get up there, not where they are now, right now. They don't deserve to be in that place. Well, they would feel they don't deserve to be in that place because of their history, but they got to prove it on the field. A must-win for both teams.
who would you
So
say the dark horses? I know we mentioned this briefly like last week or something like that, but who are your dark? I don't say Negri, please. I know you support Negri, but who are your dark horses for the Malaysian league?
yeah, besides Negri, because I mean they're proving on the field. If they're not proving on the field, I wouldn't say so.
Yeah.
Sabah, yeah. Now Sabah of course has catapulted themselves into that position, and I would say PJ City Terengganu has always been doing well in the recent times, playing some good football, and also keep an eye on that. And
Interesting.
I'm not sure you know about this team called Pera. Pera is
Yeah.
used to be a really good, strong team. They're struggling big time. They're down in the second division in Malaysian League. You know, I tell you, this is really heartbreaking because they're down in the second division, not playing well because they didn't do well last season, so they got relegated, and then they got financial troubles now this season. The fans are actually collecting money and donating it to the players. So I've
Oh,
seen two videos of fans, with
collecting money to
they've,
provide to.
they've donated, they've gone around on a donation drive, they collected money, and they've given they've gone to the pitch side, given it to the captain, say, okay, we've raised this much money for you. You know
What
why?
for? What
Because
for?
they're not getting paid, the players are not getting paid.
Oh,
This is a constant problem in Malaysian football, players not getting paid. So people want to try and reach the JDT level and all that, but they go beyond their resources.
I have a question for you, Ras. I have a very, very interesting question. It just popped up in my head. We see, Singaporean players, getting a chance to play. I think Anu played for a team in
Kedah, he play for Kedah,
Kedah, and we have Safwan who's playing for
Selangor.
Selangor.
Yeah.
So Singaporeans see it as a step up to go to the Malaysian League to
Haris
play.
Harun also was
Haris
there.
Harun was in JDT.
There's another guy.
Sharil Ishak used to play for them, JDT two or something like that. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, he did play on
Bai
JDT.
Haki was also there.
Bayaki also was at
Why
JDT.
aren't we seeing Malaysian players in the SPL?
Yeah, that's something I was wondering, but the
I mean, the money has to be decent compared to.
you talk about because the players that go from Singapore and that play in Malaysia and they play for these teams that can afford to pay them, they are paid very good amount of money, a very good salary, better than they would get in Singapore.
Okay.
So those players playing in those teams, the Malaysian players and all, they would also get that kind of salary. Yeah.
So, but why not, like, you see like
The
those
reverse, I would feel, is because it's viewed as Singapore as a Singapore
step
league.
down?
The SPL is a step down. Plus, the crowd and all is not really what it is in
But it's
Malaysia.
very strange not to see.
But
We are just their neighboring countries. It's very strange to
when you talk
see.
about currency exchange, yeah, why not, right?
Why not? Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's so strange. Like we are just next door.
yeah,
We have a. I wouldn't say the best league in the world, but it's a decent league. Maybe if more Malaysians come down, Malaysians can play football. We all know that. If they can come down, maybe Indonesians can come down
yeah,
to play Thai, more Thai. I think remember
yeah,
Suti Sukhumvit. I don't know what's his name. Is it Suti
yeah.
Sukhumvit?
Correct, correct, correct. Got it.
And Tersak Chaiman.
Yeah,
These Thai players, they used to come and light up the SPL. Maybe we should, instead of going out and getting those high profile. Because seriously, when I think Lion City, I think Diego Lopez, I think he's a good player, magical player. But I've seen the left side, Maxime something, his name Maxime something. He looks
Lopez,
like
I think.
a no, he looks like a I don't know what
Okay,
the hell.
player.
Okay player, man. He doesn't look like a Andre Moritz looks like a decent player, but I think you can certainly get younger, more hungry players from the Malaysian league. Those who are raring to go, raring to play,
Hmm.
instead of getting those 38-year-old, 39-year-old. I know they are seasoned professionals, but why, when you want to go that direction, when you can get more hungry players just next door, or like from Indonesian league or Thai league? That's my thought.
I feel it just boils down to the how much money they're gonna get in Singapore. So I mean, if they in Malaysia they have this rule where, okay, you have I think each squad can have three foreigners plus one Southeast Asian player. So every club has a Southeast Asian player, and there's a growing Filipino contingent in the Malaysian league right now. So a lot of Filipino players are playing in the Malaysian league. Not as many Singaporeans now, but yeah, not no Thai players, no Thai
I think
players.
Thai players are
Thai
probably looking
players
for
now are
J
like,
Leagues now.
probably thinking their league is fantastic. It's
Yeah,
probably the
yeah.
best in the region, and they are thinking ahead of going to Japan and
Mm.
Korea. Why would you want to come to play in
I
Malaysia?
Yeah,
Singapore,
I think
right?
there's a Thai team doing very very well in the ACL. BG Patom.
Uh,
Uh, they are like storming through the ACL. Their group, they've been winning and winning. PG Patom, if I'm not
mhm.
wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's good to see a Southeast Asian team, going far,
yeah.
regardless of whoever it is. Southeast Asian football, I think, needs to go further than that.
Yeah, correct, true. I mean, there's need a change of mindset. But I mean, it's a very interesting point. I also was thinking about it. Why don't we see Malaysian players playing here?
Right,
The
right.
only the only reason
Younger
I can
players.
think of is just the money lah, that they will not get the kind of money they get playing in Malaysia.
You think about it, man. Perak players are not even getting paid.
Yeah, that's why. And then you have correct players like that. But
So
then
it's like doesn't make sense.
Perak don't really have great players right now like they used to have. So you wouldn't be saying that, oh, this fellow is fantastic and all. You got to
Yeah,
sign him. It
yeah.
won't be really players that people want to sign.
True. So that could be a thought. That could be a thought process, man.
Yeah,
So
maybe we could ask Balestier.
maybe we should ask,
John
yeah,
Darwin.
John Darwin. Hey, man.
John Darwin, hey man, your
Yo,
team is Tigers.
yeah.
Malaysia is also
Harimau.
Tigers. Harimau, the same thing. Why don't you sign Malaysian players, man?
Darwin, if you are listening to this, man, this is a good thought by your residential scouts here, resident scouts. Yeah. So
All right. So
okay.
we bring the end of this show. You got any other quiz to play? I love
No,
the
I got,
quiz.
I got, I got nothing. I only played like one quiz. I didn't even know Joel is not going to join us in the call today, but but it was a good. I think we covered some good points today.
Yeah, yeah. Good point.
Certainly,
We had
I
Victor
think
seem
we could.
to accompany us. Thanks, Victor.
Yes, Victor, I love you, Victor. Thank you for supporting
Yeah,
us.
thanks for the support, man, Victor.
Um, and if anybody else who is viewing this, please like, share, and what's the other one? Like, share, and
Subscribe,
subscribe,
rate.
rate,
Yeah.
and
So I
all
mean,
that fun
you
stuff
could
on
go
social
on, you
media.
go on. Well, just to give you a brief overview, you go on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We got some new content every day coming up
Right.
with regards to old school football, football in the 90s and the noughties. So something scheduled every day for you. And then you go to Spotify, you can listen to all our previous episodes that we had. Some legend players, former players, fans of different clubs. We talked about different eras of different clubs and all that. So, go ahead, listen to us. Long weekend coming up as well. Selamat Hari Raya to all those
Yes.
Muslim.
Selamat Hari Raya, Eid Mubarak,
Eid
Happy Labour's
Mubarak, yes.
Day,
Happy Labor Day to all
and
laborers.
to all laborers, which is
Sincerely,
everyone.
everyone who's working.
Everyone is working, so everyone is a laborer. Have a good one. We will catch up with you next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. First with the Backpass X Ballistic Alsa and then this show. Weekend preview. Hopefully, Joel will be back next week as well. Joel, we miss you.
I miss you,
Ciao.
Joe. Take care, bro.
Take care. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night.